Hello everyone, welcome back to this week's episode of Queen's Park for Life. As always, I'm your host Glenn Marshall. Just on a bit of a sombre note this week, head coach Patrick Murphy has unfortunately found himself fairly ill in hospital. So I'm sure everyone will agree, the whole Queen's Park family and football family are wishing him a speedy recovery, and hopefully we can see you back soon, mate. So look after yourself. This week on the show we got Postie. How you doing, mate? Craig Campbell.
Yep.
Good to have you.
Yeah, thanks very much for having me in. I thought after Dion's stripped you of all the cash, no appearance fee, so I'm doing it for charity.
Yeah. Nah, fair enough. Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah.
So when did you start playing football?
Sure.
And what Queen's Park teams have you been involved with over the years?
So I started playing about 1984, under 8s for Queen's Park. That was down at Turnbull Thompson, Lindisfarne Street there. Progressed all the way through the juniors there. Went into the seniors team, started senior reserve, and then moved up to Donald Grade. Played in the 96 Southern League team. Also played in the 2004, 2006, 2008 winning Donald Cup team.
Cool.
As well. So yeah, long association. Counting up the years. 39 years, I think it is. I had association with this club. It's
don't want to make you feel old. It's 8 years longer than I've been alive.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I started. I mean, the current Thistle coach, Carl Hawkes, he got me into it. Used to kick around with him when we were toddlers. So yeah.
Were you always a goalkeeper, or did you sort of progress into that role?
Always a goalkeeper. Always looking for the easiest role. At the back, 10 others to blame if it goes through.
The least amount of running.
Absolutely, yeah. And then I got let out of the cage a few times, and then started defending. So I wasn't very far out, but yeah, predominantly always been goalie. Yeah.
Oh, cool. How did you get into refereeing, and why?
About 2012 or 11, end of that year. Everyone was knocking the referees, as we all do. And my philosophy is don't knock it till you're giving it a go. So I thought, before I knock it, I'll give it a go. So chucked the boots on, started off in Div 2. First game was at Waverley Park, Old Boys versus someone, can't remember. 3 penalties. I thought, Jesus Christ. But yeah, and I suppose the reason I got into it was to give something back as well. It's a thankless job. The goal, obviously, with it, in my view, is to keep all 11 players on the field. So that was a way of giving it back. It's a great place to watch the game from. Really enjoying this year with Queen's Park in the top league again. Watching some quality football in the middle, best seat in the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We do appreciate the referees, no matter how much shit we give them on the day, during the game.
I know.
And it is good to have guys, obviously, that have played a long time and towards the end of their careers coming into the role of refereeing.
Yep. If you can understand the game, read the game, you'll be a bloody good referee.
Yep.
I was fortunate to play for a long time, and I knew how to play the game without being pig-headed, but trying to referee it in the middle was totally different. I mean, being a defender, I was refereeing like a defender, always staying back and just walking out when you had to get up with the next play. Look, we've got some young guys coming through. Zach, he pissed me off this year by playing, but however, he's a good boy coming through. You've got Andrew as well. They haven't played a long time, but they getting the understanding of it. And if we can give them the right direction, mentoring, they're going to be bloody good referees.
What do you find to be the hardest part about reffing?
Questioning. Every whistle you blow, everyone questions it. It's a frustrating bit. I like talking to the players. I really do. I think the communication, if you can talk to the players, let them know where you are, then they adapt to you pretty quickly. I really dislike the technical areas when they start yelling. That's my personal view as well, and from other referees it's their view. I'm quite fortunate, I can switch off to it. I just worry about what's going on, and if you've got an earpiece in one ear, then you're half deaf anyway. So if we hear it, we deal with it. It's just a constant questioning of, why'd you do this, why'd you do that? That's not a foul, or it's a foul. And it's how I interpret the game. It's not necessarily how everyone else interprets it. So my style hasn't changed in the years that I've refereed. I like playing advantage. That's why I'm always waiting on my whistle. I like to see the game flow. I don't want a stop-start game.
And I think all players and coaches want that as well, to be fair.
absolutely.
Of course you do.
Yep. I mean, if people want to kick each other all day, then we blow the whistle all day. But it's just, I mean, the spectators want to see a game of football. People that show up to watch it deserve to watch a game of football. So,
yeah. I understand what you're saying about sidelines as well. I've reffed a few games, obviously not Donald Gray or anything, just the odd women's game and Div 2. But I just find it's easy to just switch off from the sideline. Yeah. Who cares? I just always find, who cares what they're saying? Yeah. Unless it's actually abusive, then you get involved, obviously. Absolutely. But there's been a few instances this year where the referee has decided to just go to the sideline, and it's really over nothing, like just appealing. It's like, can we not just ignore this and get on with the game? Which is something you are very good at. So we do appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think you got to understand with the guys that we've got coming through as well, they're not as experienced at that.
That is true. Yeah.
And that's the way that they've been taught to manage that situation. If you want to go anywhere in refereeing football, you've got to listen to what the appointments panel says to you, all your coaching, high performance coaches and stuff like that, and that's how they're coaching them to treat that or deal with that situation at that time. Me personally, again, I do it a different way, but I'm not going to end up back in the National League. So where the young fellas coming through, you've got to sort of be seen to be doing the right thing by the laws of the game and what does the game expect as well. Yeah. So
you sort of touched on this just before. Do you think it's easier to transition into a referee if you've had 10 plus years experience playing?
Can I talk from my experience? Yep. Because I haven't come into the game as 16, 17-year-old refereeing, come up through the juniors. I found it extremely easy to transition from playing to refereeing once I knew where I had to be. Myself, I had pretty good mentors here with Peter Miller and Terry Mack from Gore, and they're out to do what's best for the game. They're trying to develop referees into how they're supposed to be. I mean, these guys have been around for years and years. They've been on the National League panel as well, and they're just trying to give the guidance back. I was lucky enough, as I said, to have Pete. He took me under his wing for a long time. And if you just listen, the refereeing the game's real easy. And if you can anticipate where that next play is, it's even easier. And a lot of it is, anticipating. You get it right 90% of the time. Other times you get made to look like an idiot.
And also that comes with, if you've got the experience as well of playing, it's sort of probably easier to anticipate those sort of situations.
Yeah. You know where the ball's going.
Yeah, know what's going on, where the ball might be headed. What are the most memorable games you've been a part of, sort of as a player or a ref?
Shit, we had a dooming in Queenstown a few years ago. I don't think
is that the newspaper article one?
Oh yeah. Queen's Park and Queenstown games just don't seem to go off for the right reasons. But there's been a lot. I mean, Biggins said last week how he headed the goal. I was a goalie that day that he got it past me.
Was he refereeing or was he playing?
No, he was playing.
He was playing for QP. This has been a bit of a debate this week.
Nah, he was playing. There you
go, Biggin. Don't lie on this show, mate. You get found out.
It was out at Sandy Point, and it was a perfect corner. It was a great finish. We were 6 or 7 down, but that was beside the point. We cherish every goal that gets conceded against us, and then our big central midfielder comes in and snots one in like that. He's right, one of the guys did leave, he was disgusted. I was absolutely fuming, but I could see where he's coming from, a bit of fun, eh? There was that one. I had one, I just can't remember what game it was, where it was in Dunedin, the old Kelly, and I think Corey was coach. I was late in the game, I don't know, 70 minutes gone, I was absolutely knackered, and a sub coming on, so I start walking off. You're not going nowhere. I thought, I normally only play 70 minutes, what's going on? And apparently there's a younger fella than me down I was right back, he was left flank, and he was shit scared of me for some reason. And
for some reason,
that was probably the first tackle that I hit him with for the game, but after that he never got past. So that was a good game. And I mean, there have been several others, and thinking during the week, I can't really pinpoint one where it's been, as a player, where it's been, that's stood out forever. You watch your show and that happened and that happened with your different guests that you've got on. But refereeing, man, there's been heaps of good games. I know Paddy won't say this, I was back bad luck symbol for a while there when he was Div 1. Yeah, I think you had to beat Southend one year. I come along, referee, you lose. And same again next year. But I think the second year you won. So, yeah, refereeing, I've done truckloads of games. There haven't been any that have really, really stood out.
What's the highest level you've refereed at?
So I've been National League.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been on the line for National League, been 4th official for National League, never got in the middle.
Yeah.
We're doing a game at Forsyth Bar in Dunedin, the ref in there, Nick Aldrin, he said, I pulled my calf. And this is half time, it's about 30 degrees inside. He said, I pulled my calf and I'm coming off. I said, no, you're not, I haven't got the same colour top you've got. So he went back out and he kept chatting away, and I just, because we're all mic'd up, there's no way I was getting out there. It was too hot. And look, it's like Biggin said last week, the further you go up in your grades, it's just the quicker everything gets.
Yeah.
And, I think refereeing at that level would have been good, but I was quite happy to be 4th and just on the line. I've done a few national youth medals, done women's medals. So, yeah. But now I'm going back down this way. So hopefully we'll have someone else come through that'll go up there as well.
Well, while we're on the subject, who do you think is the best ref down here at the moment?
Hey,
outside of yourself.
Outside of myself.
Yeah, we'll just take you out of it.
Look, they're all on par, to be fair. You've got Nick who's coming through nicely. Andrew's coming through good. Zach was coming through well till he decided to play again. Will, he was doing all right. If he was still down here, I'd say he'd be in the pecking order, probably number 1. He's probably on the cusp of getting the South Island League games in the middle.
Yeah.
I know he did a Wellington Prems game yesterday, and by all reports he did well. So if he comes back down, he'd be top pair.
So he's actually moved away, has he?
He's away at the police college at the moment.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So he wants to come back and be a policeman. Yeah, seems to be having fun up there too.
Loves the whistle.
Hey, loves the whistle. Someone said to him, if you're going to be a referee, you'll fit in well at the police as well. So I think he's went, oh yeah, let's go there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a tough one because you don't really want to put one ahead of the other because they are on a level. But again, it all comes back to the experience that they've had as well. I mean, Will's been doing it for I don't know now.
A few years now.
He come on as a regular little schoolboy as well.
Yeah, he started quite young too, didn't he?
Yeah, and done a good job with moulding him to the way that we want him to referee, and he's taken advice on from the powers to be up top as well. So yeah. So no answer. No answer. I can't do that. Sorry.
It was very political, that answer.
I'd say the best referee we've ever had in Southland, this is purely on levels, would be old Lennox Sharp. He ended up being FIFA referee, and he was from down here.
Right.
Yeah, and I've seen him run around many times out here on number 1 as a ball boy. So yeah, he'd probably be the best one we've had. Well, level-wise, FIFA referee, I think, to my knowledge, he's the only FIFA referee we've had down here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And where does the nickname Postie come from? I actually, it took me about 3 years to learn that your name was Craig.
Yeah. Oh, I used to be a Postie.
Oh, right. Oh, literally.
Yeah, so literally, I was Postie. There'll be others that say I got beaten up near post a bit, which I did as a goalie, but you have to gamble. When you've got 3 people standing at your back post, those were the days where they weren't as selfish. They'd pass it, cross it, so you had to gamble every now and then. They'd say, oh, hey, there's a gap, and you go. But no, I was a Postie for about 18 months before I moved to where I am now.
Oh, okay.
Way back in 93, I think it was. So it was a good job out in this, and the elements of Southland weather.
Yeah.
The winter's not too good, but yeah, it kept me fit. I mean, I was still young.
Yeah, they didn't have the wee.
Didn't have the motorbikes then, man. No e-scooters or anything like that. She was hard slog pedal.
Yeah. Oh, gee, well, there we go.
Yeah, that's where that name come from.
You have seen a few of our games of the Prem's team this year. What sort of chance do you give us to stay up?
Look, I think you've got a good chance of staying up. And I'm not just saying that because Queen's Park supporter. What are we, 8 games into it now? 8 or 9?
Yeah, we've played 8.
Yeah. You played 8, got to catch up and go.
We're currently 3 points behind Green Island with a game in hand.
Yep. What I seen yesterday, Queenstown will be tough for you guys. They were a sharp unit yesterday. Look, but getting back to your question, it is, you got all the chance in the world of staying up. I think, you know, the guys, they try their hardest every week. If you can minimise the mistakes, and I mean, it's said every week, minimise the mistakes and take your chances, you're away laughing. As I said, 9 games into it, I think the improvement from when you played, who did you play first up? Uni, first up? Was it Uni or Northern?
Must be Uni, we're playing Uni
next week, yeah. To where you are now, I think there's been a huge improvement. You've got a lot more composure on the ball. The wins will come. The boys just have to believe in themselves, because there's a huge group of people that are behind them. I mean, you've got your 100 club for a start. You've got all your major sponsors as well. But not only that, the thing that I like seeing is people from different clubs coming down to watch the footy. So there's a lot of people. You just got to have the belief. And I thought you would have got a roll on after the Green Island one. I did think that. Then you had Grant Sprays.
Roslyn was always going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it was always going to be a tough one, but one you could have got points out of. I mean, it was a shit of a first goal. Yeah, it was. Absolutely unlucky. But as Paddy said in the speeches afterwards, it was a quality finish from that corner. You could have come back. I think you had 1 or 2 chances, might have brought it back to 2-1. I think you just got to keep believing. It will come, and as soon as you get 1 or 2 wins, the boys' confidence will grow.
A couple, and to be fair, 2 or 3 wins could be enough.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, look, it would have been nice if you beat bloody Wanaka yesterday. Yeah, based on, I mean, I'm not going to put it, you should beat Green Island again. I think you push Mosgiel real close. Northern you'll push close. Who else?
Northern Hearts from Timaru.
Northern Hearts, they come down.
Same with Wanaka.
Yeah. You know,
and we did beat Wanaka in pre-season.
Yeah, yeah, you did. So,
it's not like it's out of.
I haven't seen anything of the game yesterday. So I heard a few comments, but I haven't seen anything, so I don't know what actually happened. Just got to keep believing. I mean, you got a whole club that's behind you. You got just about Southland football that a lot of people won't admit it, but they're behind Park as well, because they want to see someone in the top league.
And it would be good to actually get more clubs into that league, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I mean, to be fair, you've dragged a few players across, but you haven't dragged many.
No.
I think it's still a
couple.
Yeah, a couple. But you know, you keep progressing. If you can just stay in there, and then next year build on it, because as the goal has to be stay there.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to get relegated, but if shit happens and you end up relegated, someone might not want to go up. And we should be the first team to put their hand back up to say, hey, give us another crack. Yeah. But 9 games into it.
Or if we win the Donald Gray anyway. Which isn't out of the question.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, a lot of people said, oh, yes, Donald Gray team's just there for pure numbers. Well...
Tell Corey Johnson that.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I mean, look, I watched the first game against Old Boys, and what I've seen there is it was good. Then you beat the young boys, then you beat Thistle. That's great. That's fantastic. I mean, Queen's Park, as Biggins said, Queen's Park Thistle rivalry goes back for bloody years. I mean, we used to go out and not try and kill each other, but we just wanted to hurt the other players so they didn't get up, and it made your job easier.
It's always a highly contested, fierce game when we play Thistle. Yeah,
it is. It's good too, because you're in for a thing. But yeah, absolutely. You've got all the show in the world of staying up, just a bit of belief. Because you are improving as a unit each week, and you can see that the more you're in that grade, it is a quicker, faster grade. You're getting used to it. So
yeah, the game for the Prems was in Wanaka this week, so I don't have any game footage to show or speeches to show, but we will run through results. So yeah, the Prems, unfortunately, they lost 3-1 away to Wanaka. It was 2-1 at half time, and I believe Sebastian scored a penalty for us. I haven't heard much about the game. I haven't seen the game, so I can't comment too much. I don't think.
No, I haven't seen anything. No. Yeah. Apart from a couple of cards on Comet, that's about it.
The Donald Gray team, we had a 2-2 draw with Old Boys. The weather helped for starters. Yeah. No 100k wins was a good start, but we actually went 1-0 down in the first half. Old Boys sort of started quite strong. We did have a minute's silence for Tony Laker, who passed away this week, the Old Boys sponsor, and I think that sort of gave them, I don't know, that can sometimes happen, doesn't it? Yep. Just sort of up for it a bit more, and they came out strong, scored first. Went 1-0 up into the half, and then we scored sort of two relatively quick goals in the second half. One to Cam, and another one to Manny, who came off the bench for a wee 20-minute stint before he went off again injured. And I'm not sure about the second goal, but certainly Ben down the right wing played a 1-2, crossed the ball over for Cam's goal, and he was involved with the second goal as well. He had a really good game. Man of the match, I think Corey gave it to Nick Edwards, who played for centre-back for us, and was just obviously a strong showing for him. The women had the top of the table clash against Gore, out at Gore, and they came away 4-0 winners. They just keep rolling.
Yeah,
they
do.
They just don't know how to lose at the moment. The last couple of years.
That's one result I didn't know. So that's good. That's good news, Because the girls are going really good too.
Yeah. You may notice we're actually missing the Atlee this week. It's because Leanne took it away to Gore, and I just didn't get it back off her. She must have been nervous. It normally stays here. But I think that was 2 goals to Tyler Andrews, 1 to Nicole Dawson, and either 1 to Kate or it was an own goal. I'm not quite sure what happened there. They were 2-0 up at half time. So well done, girls. Keep it up. Div 1 lost. They played at Gore as well. They lost 6-0. So, having Gore's premier side against their third team was always going to be trouble.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, it is very much their premier side from last year.
Yeah, I've seen them for about 20 minutes this year, and I'm like, what are you doing down here?
Yeah, it's sort of a strange decision by them to do that, but they'll be up in Donald Gray soon enough anyway.
Yeah, they will be. Yeah, I know they lost a few to go to uni, but
so did everyone.
Yeah, so did everyone, eh?
Yeah. Div 2 had a bounce back win over Old Boys. Old Boys, I'm not sure what this other Div 2 team's called. They had a 3-1 win out at O'Rourke Park. So well done. I'm not too sure. Don't know much about the game. But
they won though.
Yeah, they had a win.
That's
so
good.
Good on them. Oh well, Postie, we'll get into the hard bit of the show for you, mate.
Right, yeah.
We'll crack on with the Who Am I? So
great.
Just a reminder, 50 points if you get on the first clue, 40 on the second, and so forth. There's 5 clues. You get 1 guess per clue.
Right,
so who am I? I was born on the 2nd of May 1975 in the UK.
1975. In the UK. Oh God. 2nd of May, close to my birthday too. No, I didn't search anyone at that 75. I did 76, 72. No, I couldn't even guess.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Righto, we'll move on. Clue number 2. In my 20-year career, I signed for 4 clubs, including Real Madrid and PSG.
20-year PSV, Real. Born in England. Nah, I'm still stumped.
Still stumped?
Yep.
Righto, mate, we'll move on. Clue number 3. I made 115 appearances for England, 58 as captain.
58. It's captain, yeah. 75. Fuck, is he that old though? Gary Lineker.
Not Gary Lineker.
He's older probably. 50, 115.
Clue number 4. With Man Utd, I won 6 Premier Leagues, 2 FA Cups, and the 1999 Champions League. Fucking
Man U. I hate Man U. No, I'm going to end up with big and get nothing.
PSG.
PSG. Real Madrid. Won't be Beckham. I know.
It is David Beckham, mate.
Beckham. Well, there you go.
It is David Beckham. There you go.
Oh, I was expecting a referee question. I had them all sussed.
Yeah. I just didn't want to go there with refs. I thought
Fair
it
enough.
might be a bit tough.
Oh, yeah. So what's that? 20 points.
That's 20 points,
that's
mate.
good. That's all right. I'm happy with that.
Yep. So we'll jump outside, mate, and get some pins under your belt.
Yeah, rightio. Far out. I haven't taken one for a while.
Oh, well, Postie, you're sort of used to being on the other side of pins, aren't you? But
yep. Used to be that end, not here. Well, I took a few from here too. So,
oh, true. Oh, you took a few. Oh, we'll see how you go. Just a reminder, you missed the target, -5 points. If I save it, nothing. You score 5 points. Blue targets are at 10. Yellow targets are at 20. Good luck, mate.
Let's go.
Gone. Too much power. I'm not happy. Oh, well, mate.
Pretty good.
Beautiful pins there. 5 from 5.
Yeah, I surprised myself actually. I was aiming for the yellow disc so I could sort of try and bank a couple more after that dismal effort.
You definitely got close to
Yeah, I did. Yep.
And yeah, hey, look, I didn't get close to any of them, so well done, mate. So that gives you a total of 45 points.
Oh, tied with Rat.
5th equal with Rat. But
well.
I'll tell you what, I'll put your name above his because your pens were way better quality than his.
Good on you, Glenn.
I just had a mare that day that he was taking them.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Oh, much happier now. Sorry, Rat.
Yeah, so there's actually no football in town this week due to Queen's birthday weekend. But the Prem team they've got 2 games actually. On Saturday, they're away to University, which I'll be jumping on the bus for sure. Get up there and support the lads. Yep. And on Monday at home, we've got Northern in the second round of the Chatham Cup, which should be interesting. It's been a while since we've made the second round, and hopefully we can push on through to the third round. That'll be quite an achievement.
Yep.
So. And yeah, that's us for another week. As always, I'd like to thank the sponsors, Downer NZ, Niagara Sawmilling, Ninda Electrical, Hop and Vine, Local Pack, Fit for You, Invercargill and Winton Flooring Extra, GD Electrical, Continuous Group Spouting, and of course the Calvin Hotel, our major sponsors. So yeah, cheers for coming on, Postie.
No worries, thanks very much, Glenn.
Yep.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it, and of course we appreciate all the refereeing you do, and long may it continue.
We'll see. We'll see. Body's starting to get a bit old, man.
And remember guys, Queen's Park for life. See you next week.